Everybody, let's go around the room and say who we are. I'm Earl Perlman and I'm one of the co-chairs for the Council on Aging.
I'm Peg Noguera. I'm also one of the co-chairs.
Donna Sun, member.
Betsy Ansel, Vice President, Friends of Mendon Elders.
Joe Sipley, member.
Diane Howell, member.
Carol Cotras, treasurer.
Amy Wilson Kent, Senior Services Director.
Ann Vandersloot, Secretary.
Okay, and we're going to start with the secretary's report. So if everybody wants to kind of just quickly look it over.
Here's lunch.
Looks like for the volunteers. Nice. Oh,
I have a motion to accept.
I make a motion that we accept the COA meeting notes of March 8th, 2023.
And I'll second it.
Okay, any questions, any concerns, additions, anything at all? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
all right.
Okay, that. And now let's go on to the treasurer's report.
April 12th, 2023. The COA gift account donations, there was a reverse donation of $100. Tentative okay, COA food pantry account. There were no donations. Expenses $222.41. That was for pantry stock for Market Basket.
I have a question. Amy, was the check returned because of the way it was filled out?
No, it was returned because, believe it or not, the account was closed. It was a family member. It was a memorial donation, family member out of state. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what
And
the
we
reason.
delayed it all in cashing it?
No, not at all. Not at all. There were 5 checks the previous month, all for the same person, memorial donations. Nope.
Mm.
And it was a very nice written note. Thank you for all the assistance you've given this family and
Hmm.
loaning of medical equipment. Who
Did you try to cash it and then it got rejected? Is that what happened?
I don't cash it. I give it to the treasurer's office and they notified me like a week later that
Oh,
the account was closed. So it wasn't necessarily that there were insufficient funds. There were no funds. You know.
I get it. Okay.
So
All right, I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as written.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, before we go any on though, do you have any comments about the ledger?
yeah, so I do. I gave you 2 months here. I gave you the month of March is the first sheet. And then the month of April, year to date, is the 3rd sheet down. And I just wanted to show you that in our expense line items, we have 4,000, as of yesterday, we had $4,227.20 left. We still have some big bills coming in. Tri-Valley, I've been hounding them for their annual statement. I do every year. And what they're looking to do is they're looking to update the population of all of our towns based on the previous census, 2020. So the amount we've been paying has been based on the 2010 census, and there are a lot more people in Mendon. So we've been paying $1 per senior, just over, just under $1,000. And so it's going to go up significantly. I don't have, enough funds in that line item, but that's okay. We can kind of move things around if we have to. And next year we'll increase that line item because it's $1 per person, which is, you can't, ask for a better value than that. So, we're right on track. No, the only other thing is, about a month or so ago, I started, what I have to do, I have pulled from the new computer system, I have pulled all their monthly reports. It's very, I have yet to reconcile. I found some errors. I have, sent them over to the accountant. Like, for example, I want to say there was $400 was taken out of the COA gift account at one point, and it should have been taken out of the food pantry account. So I made them aware of that, and I see that they've corrected it. I see that they've corrected it in one place, but it's very difficult to read some of these reports. It's not clear, like on the report for the food pantry account, I can't see that the money's there, but if I look behind it and I see where they've made the change, it's there. So I have to believe that was correct. So,
When do they update these? Like at the end of the month, at the end of each month?
no, I think it's just an ongoing thing, Peg.
Oh,
I know, I wondered myself too, but see, that error that I found, that error was from a couple months ago. So my questioning is, and I've got questions, as I need to, I send questions to the accountant, but I was just told yesterday by the assistant treasurer that I should go right to Jody. But as I've been sending them to them, because I'm like, I can't see where it was made, but I think what happened was I made the request, say now, but the issue was from 2 months ago. So I think they went and they corrected it 2 months ago. So I wouldn't even, right, wouldn't even show. It's frustrating, but
as long as we're okay,
you guys,
finish out the
you're in very,
fiscal year.
very good shape on all the accounts.
Good, good. Well, we have you to thank for that.
Anything you want to mention at this point for the director's report?
Sure. Let me just see what I have further down. I think I have program review there, so I can jump to that. I think the only thing, if I could right now, yeah, I'll tell you about the building. Just a few things. We are very grateful to John Vandersloot for installing a new beautiful kitchen faucet in the kitchen sink.
Hey, John.
Nice and tall so that, big pots can go under it. The other one was just, corroded. So grateful for that. Very reasonable too. He does not, should charge more. Fly the Flag, the Friends just approved that and wrote out a check. So Fly the Flag program will be
Great.
starting
That's
shortly.
beautiful. I love
And
to see that.
yep, and beautification is going to be held next Friday, the 21st. We have a new member, Mark Cleverton, who will be working with Warren Goodnow outside. Mark Cleverdon, Cleverdon. Yes, Cleverdon. C as in cat. He lives on Forest Park Drive, I guess probably right near. Yeah, oh, yeah, sure.
Angela lives up there.
Sure. Yes, Angela is up there. So, so those are things for the building. The other thing I want to just track, you all down today, to who is coming to what. Most of you had told me, but I just want to get a final count. And hopefully have some of you been getting responses.
Yeah, from the thing.
So when I signed myself up, it asked me how many people would be going. So I said, how many, but I never got a confirmation. When I went on their main website, it only showed that one person had registered. So I emailed them and I said, how many registrations do you have? It's confusing. And the person that usually handles it has left their employment there. So I went back in and I put you all, everybody that I knew wanted to go to Bellingham or could go to Bellingham, I put you in individually with your email address. So hopefully you got. a
I
response.
got that and it had your phone number or the center phone number on it, and that's fine.
And that's fine.
But the email
And
was
that's as it
correct.
should be,
Yeah.
that's as it should be.
So are we all going?
I didn't get one email.
You didn't get an email?
No,
I got it
you
yesterday.
told me you couldn't, this was June 16th. It's a Wednesday.
Oh, I said I couldn't go. I thought it was the Bellingham one that I said I was gonna go. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
What is that one for?
That's a COA training. It's a COA training, which
I
some
have
of
it
you have
Thursday.
done individually, or I've gone with you years ago.
Mhm.
This is a new one for the new people, but I'm suggesting that everybody that can go.
So where is that?
Bellingham.
The Bellingham Senior Center?
June 16th,
What-
1
No,
o'clock.
it's the 13th.
Oh, 13th, I'm sorry.
So it's
I mean, I've got it on my calendar.
Wednesday, I'm sorry. I don't have it written
Tuesday.
down here.
So it's Tuesday, the 13th.
Okay,
That's what I have it on my calendar.
totally screwed.
Day before our COA.
Tuesday, 6/13, 1.
As a matter of fact, I got 2 notifications.
Did you? Yeah, yes.
You need a reminder.
Okay. All right. So Tuesday, the 13th. So I'll double check with you because we've got enough. I think I put in like 7 or 8 responses. So, no, because I had your email address too. Donna,
Son.
something,
Yeah.
Racity? Yep. Okay, just double check. Oh, make sure it didn't go to your spam, but you are accounted for. So yes, and then the CPR one, I need to know small and rural. Just want to confirm that you all got the emails. And then the very last thing I just want to say is next week where we don't have either of our van drivers, the van is going to go in for some much needed service. We have a window's been leaking, and while it's going to be going outside of the garage so that the friends can use the garage, we need to have that window repaired, oil change. We're having an issue with one of the belts. We're not sure which belt it is, if it's an alternator or something. And then we have a little bit of corrosion. I want to have them repaired. So they'll have the van up at Howley's next week. Okay. And then just last thing with that, I was hoping that I could take, next week's a short week, except for the beautification. We have a Monday holiday. I was hoping I could take a couple days off. I've got days I have to use before the end of June.
Well,
So-
either Melissa or,
Melissa and Janet will
Yeah.
both be there. There are no transportation.
that's fine.
It's going to be, I think, kind of quiet at the center. So. All right.
Good, thank you.
Yep.
Excuse me, on the one for going out to, the western part of the state,
26.
yeah, I don't think I got a confirmation on that one.
Okay.
Is that for everybody else?
I didn't get one either.
Okay.
Oh, I used
Oh,
all
I
you.
didn't check my phone today.
I don't.
Oh, no. This would have been a while ago. I signed up for that probably 3 weeks ago.
I'll have to
Yeah.
check.
I,
Could be in my spam.
it could be, and I didn't know.
I signed up.
Because I used all of yours. I wanted you to be able to get that. I can double check with them.
And the van's taking us, is that correct?
Yep,
Up to
the
Denver?
van's
What's the
taking
date
us.
on that one?
26.
26, yes.
April 26th.
We're leaving at 8:30 because it starts at 9:30.
Yes. Just on a sad note, I think that's going to be Mark. I just found out this morning, Mark
Last day?
Russo's last day.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
a huge loss.
Yeah, it just, job just financially does not work for them. So,
There's always the hope that he could come back because he lives in Mendon. So
yes, well, I'm wondering as a volunteer, he might be able to come back as a volunteer. So he's just been such an asset.
Oh.
So, good.
Sure.
Okay, Donna, the Tri-Valley report,
I don't have one because I didn't go to the last meeting.
Shame
good
on
reason.
I was on vacation. But next meeting is next week, so.
Okay, thanks. And the Friends.
Okay, Miss Betsy.
Thank you. The Friends of Mendon Elders met on Monday, April the 10th, with Don Garfield presiding. She's back again. Now we have 72 dues paying members, and we thank everybody for paying their dues. It goes towards all of our programs. Transfers were made out of our van account to a $10,000 CD, which represent interest and still leaves adequate funding to account for bus maintenance should it arise. We are planning a 50-50 raffle to raise money for the Mendon Senior Center and will be requiring a permit from the town to allow us to do that. We are also considering gift baskets to raffle as well. We were informed that the Lions Club Fair will be a combined Blackstone Mendon Lions Club Fair for this coming Saturday, October the 9th, 2023, to be held at the Daniels Farm in Blackstone. This is yet to be confirmed, and we will consider if we wish to have a bake sale, basket raffle, and knitted items for sale, because we do make a good amount on that. We are currently working on the yard sale to be held on Saturday, June the 10th. There's a registration fee of $20, and this can be paid at the Mendon Senior Center. The cutoff date is May 30th. We have received our permit from the Mendon Select to hold this event, with a final list to be given to our police chief to list the addresses where yard sales will be held. Chris Jim, chairman, will be doing the prices. Items may be dropped off at the Mendon Senior Center after May. T-shirts from Dave Holmes, $18. It just makes it easier for people to.
Right, that's right yellow.
Right, yeah, yes.
And they say volunteer across the back.
They do. And the 501c taxes have been completed and sent in, thanks to our accountants who did the taxes without a fee to the Friends of Mendon Seniors.
Great.
Our lunch bunch is going to the juniors diner in Milford on April 19th, and Tom Irons said they will be going to the King Street Cafe in May. That's in Franklin. Our trip committee has 3 trips currently organized. Your monthly brochure sent to your home has the details, or you can come into the Mendon Senior Center for more details. The first trip has been changed from June 21st to June 23rd, with the tours of distinction travel for the Long Island Lighthouse Cruise and the dinner. May 7th. Greater Milford Chorus performance, there's a $5 fee, and the van is available from the Mendon Senior Center for a fee of $4, first come, first served. There's not that many seats. The scholarship program has been delivered, forms are delivered to DVT and Nipmuc Regional High School for the 2 $500 scholarships to be given to a qualified student who meets the requirements. Respectfully submitted, Betsy Etzel, Vice President, Friends of Mendon Elders, after the liaison for the.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Okay, let's move on to, accepting of the, foods, old business, food pantry update. Notices declines.
Yeah, so we had sent out a notice that basically just says that since like most organizations, since the pandemic is over, we're reevaluating our system, and we're making folks aware that if they do have transportation, that they should be coming to pick up their orders. This is in an effort to cut down on the number of deliveries we're making. And then we also notify them that they are more than welcome to come in person if they so choose, but they need to make an appointment. And this Friday, we're going to have 13 people coming. So it's very, and that one of those is a transplant from somebody that was getting a delivery, and now they're going to be able to come for themselves. So
You're doing it like every 15 minutes, every half hour? How?
we have, in a half-hour increment, we have 1 to 3 people. I don't think we've had 3 yet, but it's been 1 to 2 right now, but we will take up to 3, but
Okay.
yep. So, and so one person that has been coming regularly couldn't come this month, so they sent in an order. So the system's working out really nicely. If you can't come in person, you still get your food. If you want to switch this month and come in person, you're welcome to do so. So, and this week we're going to have, Wayne is going to be doing 2 sets of deliveries because we're not going to have a van next week. So, that's good.
Senior Center expansion update. That you? or-
Yeah, I guess Peg and I went to the select board last week. And we continue to move forward, still on an article. I've reached out to Lonnie and Angela, Elena. Yeah, Elena, keep reminding me. And Lonnie showed
Sorry.
support that he's gonna find us the funds. So I continue to be hopeful that it goes to the town for a meeting, for a town vote on May 7th, I believe, or 5th,
Fifth,
May 5th.
Friday night, that's a
Right.
Friday night, 7 o'clock, the 5th.
Yeah.
Then I'd urge you all to go there. I feel, with the note from Lonnie today, I feel more comfortable for them to find the money we need. Amy was also able to find some money that was used for old warrants that were approved, or articles.
Yeah, the
help.
windows. It was windows.
Amy found a few dollars in the budget that weren't used for windows, furnace.
And,
If you
okay,
Look on that paper.
It's
that
on-
you
it's on
passed
your-
out to
it's
us.
on your-
On there.
It's on your
Yes.
budget sheet.
It's under April, and there's a note here, about the, town meeting 5/5. There's one that's 3,050,962. You'll see it. It totals 8,855.
right. So one of it is the money that was left over from
See-
the last engineering project.
Right.
So,
It's right here, under April.
So we're gonna ask to have that transferred into this
Yeah.
account that we can use for this project
I
for
think that's that.
the,
and probably even, I don't know if
I
they
did
have to
that.
set up a
It's
new
just because-
account.
don't know.
I don't know.
We'll let the accountants figure.
Yep.
it out. So I think we're moving forward. I'm more optimistic than I was the other day. So hopefully we get there.
We seem to have unanimous approval by the selectmen. I got the impression that they were behind us. My worry is that we have to get seniors to the town meeting.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of seniors don't like to go out at night. Luckily, it's still light, and we're like 14th on the warrant, number 14.
Can we have a bus for that?
We
No.
may not have a driver.
I mean, I'd
Um,
rather- some of us said we didn't mind
I volunteer
giving
carpool.
rides. You know, I was gonna mention it at the meeting Monday, but I hadn't thought of it. I'm wondering if the friends could maybe reach out even to one person, one other senior, to encourage them to go. My fears is that it's gonna be on there and then we're not gonna have enough bodies when the vote comes. I mean, you know, I may be way off the mark.
I think we'll have select board support. I think we'll have financial support because they would have found the funds.
Right, well, I
But
think,
the
yeah,
county has the fund.
the finance committee needs to vote on it, so I think that, I believe they'll have a hearing about the warrant articles that are financial, and that might be another good meeting to attend virtually, so once we know when that is.
Whenever you know what it is, let us know. And I'll
Have we ever had like an absentee ballot or be able to get in early to the town hall to vote on a warrant rather than come to the meeting?
No, I'm not
Not
gonna-
town meetings, not the way it's set up for elections, yes,
Yeah.
but for the ones that have to be decided at meetings, I know it's difficult. I think it's at Fridays at 7 PM. It's a hard time for a lot of people.
That's why I was wondering if there could be another way of.
I mean,
Getting
that, and that's at the state level about, because we're a town meeting,
Mhm.
I mean, because our government system is by town meeting.
Mhm.
I think, you have a good point that it is hard, but like, it would probably be a process to make that change. And certainly we could start doing research and see if there are other models, but a lot of these decisions about what gets decided when are determined at the state level about, and so, but I could certainly ask our town council if there are like ways moving forward that we can bring some of these questions forward in a way that more of the public can be involved.
Especially the seniors, like you say, you don't want to go out driving at night
I
time.
know a lot of them don't. And I don't mind taking some people, but the only thing is that, you know, if I make a commitment to go to the town meeting, I'm there for the town meeting. Now, sometimes you're there for hours. I'm not saying I'm there until the last whistle, because sometimes it gets very late, but you know, I don't want to be there just for that article because I'm
Right.
interested in all of the town.
Right.
Is the article gonna be sponsored by the select board or?
It's listed as a select board
Yes.
article.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you gonna speak?
I'll be available.
is
I'll
somebody
be
gonna speak
available.
About the whole thing?
Actually, I'm hoping, Lonnie will on our behalf of the select board.
Maybe the
I-
finance committee needs to say that they're behind it and they're gonna have their
Well,
meetings.
so they'll, right, they have to
That's
vote on
true,
it, and
yeah.
then for every article on the warrant that has to do with money, they have to say whether they
Yeah,
Support on
support
it.
it.
it might
So-
carry more weight if somebody from the select board is presenting it.
That's the way, we're trying to really posture, we want the select board to really be part of this. And as soon as that meeting and approval, thinking optimistically,
Yeah,
I'd like, set up a committee, let the select board pick a committee and bring in people to help us out correctly. We'll have people there. Peg and I will represent us. Obviously, Amy will be always there.
Is there a specific amount on the warrant that you're asking for?
But we've reduced the amount to $30,000 for the warrant, plus roughly the $8,900 that Amy has. Instead of 50,000, it's gonna be 30,000.
That includes the 8. No.
No, it does not include it.
So
So it's
we're
roughly
asking for
40,000.
52?
Excuse me?
We're gonna contribute 8. You're asking for 30.
It's roughly $40,000 in my mind.
That's
And you know, actually that week, Wayne is not on vacation. It's the first week of June. He's on vacation. So yesterday I kind of hinted across the room about driving the van, but I don't think he heard me. So I will ask him in person if he's willing to.
And I'd ask you all to reach out to your relatives who are in town. My daughter's with a whole different set of people, the kids people, right? School kids.
Mm.
I'm gonna ask her to network with her community and tell them to support it.
I think it's a good idea, Peg, you suggested maybe asking the friends.
You have to
If
reach
they
out.
could, I mean, if they could even get, groups of people carpooling together
Yeah.
and then they wouldn't, and they might not need to stay for the whole meeting. So
Right.
like if they
Right.
make a commitment to staying.
Because at the Friends meeting, you were there and I mean, they had games going on too up above. So some of the members were up playing the games. So we probably had what, 22 maybe? I mean, we need to have, if we're talking about 28% of the population being seniors, we don't have all those many people with the Friends, but I think if the Friends, we all know people who are not a friend of the Mendon Elders, but are a voting person in town.
Yeah.
I really think, and I'll see Dottie tomorrow at Mahjong and I'm gonna say to, you know, maybe the board, maybe your board, you know, you have your board of directors could come up with something, because I think if we did like a phone pre or something, even if we can offer them some rides. I just, that's what worries me.
Mm.
I'm more worried about that than I was
Right.
about the selectmen.
I think, right, in my experience, it often helps to ask people individually. So if, you know, if there's a list to say, you know, split it up and each person ask one or two people.
Yeah,
'Cause sometimes I found that if you ask a group of people, people will think, oh, somebody else will surely do it, so I don't need to. But
Right.
if you ask that same individual, they are more likely to, you know, to
It's a
step up.
personal touch.
Right, so.
Yeah.
It's important, you know.
And I mean, I'm happy, I certainly will reach out to my own personal network and
Mhm.
encourage people to come.
Put it on the Facebook page.
So I think, being optimistic, I think the next thing I'd like to do is go back and revisit the requirements. Because we'll be starting to build the building design. So I'd like to make sure we go through the requirements one more time. Amy, obviously you, when we bring Michael or whoever but Michael is a logical one, I would think.
Mhm.
And then start to come up with maybe, not at our next meeting, but the June meeting, maybe here's the revised requirements as we see them.
Well,
Yeah.
let's get through the 5th first.
I'm always anticipating.
I know, and I go baby steps.
Usually at the annual town meeting, you're lucky if you get 200 people 250. It seems like you don't get a big crowd at it.
It's true.
It's like you said, it's on a Friday night.
It's 7.
Friday night at 7 is gonna be tough.
And that's in the
Yeah.
bylaws, that it's I think the first
Friday
Friday
in May.
of May, yeah, so.
Maybe,
And there's
Where
been some
will this be
discussion changing that. What's that?
Where will this be held?
Oh, it's at Misco Hill Middle School, so it's typically in the auditorium.
yeah.
Occasionally, they'll move it into the gym if they expect it to be a bigger turnout.
Let's hope it's the auditorium, because seniors climbing those,
Oh, right.
speaking myself.
I believe it will be, I have not heard anything
Yeah.
different, so I'm assuming it will be in the auditorium.
Yeah, I just
Good if
think
we
that
can
a
fill
show
it.
of support by the seniors is very important.
there's no crowd. We need to show momentum because it's only, this starts the journey.
Right.
Right.
And then we're gonna also have Fatman and his staff. I think you'll talk later. They're coming sometime in May before the meeting. And we need to keep talking this up every chance we have. It's really that inertia you've got to get going.
All right. Well, thank you for your suggestion. That they're appreciated, believe me.
The next item, did you have anything to add more to the budget?
No, I don't. I mean, as far as I know, there were no cuts made to our meager budget,
No,
you
they
know, so I'm
No.
assuming, so FinCom hasn't approved the whole,
Yeah, I believe they haven't officially voted on all of it yet, so.
But there was no objection.
They didn't voice any specifically? No, not about that.
Right.
So there
We can
was a-
zoom in. We can zoom in if we find out when the meeting is.
Right, I didn't see it posted yet, but
Oh,
I will- I
okay.
will look into it.
All right, great. Thank
Okay.
you.
Amy, did you say everything you needed to say about? the,
Yep, I think so. Can I see I've got it right here. Can I see a show of hands of folks that are joining us? So I have Peg.
You're talking about Bellingham?
No, this is,
Oh,
small and rural. I have Peg
Devon's.
Oh, it says the,
Oh, I thought it was
It's
Devon's.
Devon's, isn't it?
Devon's. Oh, did I put it wrong on there? I'm sorry, on my sheet here, it's right.
Budget, there's approved.
No,
No.
FinCom hasn't voted on it yet. It sounds like they haven't voted on
When
anything.
Amy and I and Phil went that night just to ask for our money, we kept it at 0, at the same level. We didn't ask for a dime more. So we figured there's no reason why they wouldn't give it to us.
Level
We've had the
funded.
same level funding. We've had the same budget.
Mhm. Yep, so I'm sorry if I put it wrong on there. This is Devon's. I
I'm
have
going.
Peg, Carol, Phil, Mark's gonna be driving us, myself and Diane.
I'm his navigator.
Mhm.
And sorry, I think that's the one that you said you couldn't make.
April 26th at 8:30.
Yeah, we'll leave
Gonna
the
leave at
senior center
8:30.
at 8:30. Okay,
okay, on to new business. We're having COA training. Oh, we talked about that as
Yep.
well as Bellingham.
Yep.
Okay, senior of the year.
just to let you know that I've submitted it to the newspaper for April. It'll be in again in May, hopefully. Has anybody seen that new little paper? Okay, hopefully it's in there, and then it'll be in May again. I posted it on the website. The applications are on the website. They're also down at the senior center, and I'll bring some up to the post office. So, So just going forward, hopefully we'll get a lot of nominations this year and you'll have your work cut out for you on June 14th.
Okay, program review. You have fitness, meals, and
Yeah, so just want to make you aware of things that are going on at the center. We have two programs that have been popular that are going to be finishing up. One of them has been completely grant funded. It's called Fun Functional Fitness. And we've got the neat thing about that on Monday mornings, other than having to clear the whole room out, we have new and different people coming for that haven't come for other programs. So I've engaged the instructor to start another session in the fall. We'll probably think about that one will be for a fee, a nominal fee.
What's it called?
Fun and functional. I throw the word fitness and the instructor doesn't, but fun and functional fitness. So that one that's ending May 1st, Monday, May 1st. Qigong, which we're doing our second session. We did a 6-week session, an 8-week session, partially grant funded. That's ending May 3rd. The people that take that like that, but it's a small group. It's kind of whittled down to 4 people, and I have a tough time continuing something because it's a lot. It's almost $50 an hour for an instructor, even though they're paying a partial fee. If I only have 4 people and we're doing an 8-week session, we're paying a couple $100.
You spell Qigong.
Qigong.
Yeah.
Qigong. Qi sounds like Qi gone. So that's going to be ending. Then our Tuesday, Thursday classes are they're going very well. We've morphed the Tuesday class, which was a grant funded class, to a paying class, and the seniors are all paying $3 a class. Checking with a couple other centers, that's pretty reasonable. I know another town told me they charge $5 a class. So Tuesday, Thursday classes are going to be ongoing. We are not running mat yoga. We only had 3 people sign up for that, which I was really surprised because that used to be a very popular class. But we do have evening yoga, which started last night. And we have the best we can do down there is 11 people because you're taking up a lot of real estate on that floor. So, and again, we have new people coming to that class too. Let's see, some new things that are going on. I wanted to run by you. One, I don't have all the facts on this, but our VNA nurse who does through the Board of Health, who does our blood pressure clinics, has told me about it's a fall risk assessment program. She did say that there's fees involved, and I'm not sure what they are. I'm going to talk to the Northborough Senior Center Director. They've held it over there, but what it involves is nurses, a podiatrist, a pharmacist, and you'd come, it's kind of like one-stop shopping. You could come and talk to these different entities, and they could do an evaluation on your walking, sitting, standing, and see what your fall risk assessment is. And after one area finishes with you, they might tell you to go over and speak to the pharmacist because maybe some of the medications you're on are having an impact on your ability to. So that's one thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I just need to find out. The first thing she said, there's
Money.
a fee associated. So I don't know what that fee is.
Yeah, we need to find that out.
So want to run that by you.
Everybody's afraid to fall because
yeah.
the kids are dead.
Yes. And there's a new mass health program and training out that, Janet and I are considering. What I need to find out though, is what is the commitment once we take it? Is she going to be committed to doing so much time a month for, like she does her Shine program, but so I wanted to make sure that we don't overtax her, but just, that's going to be, start as a Zoom
Well,
program.
we'll be ending fuel assistance soon, won't we?
Yes, thank you for reminding
I'm
us.
just saying.
April
that would
30th,
give her
fuel
a
assistance
good
and,
time.
yes,
Because I was
Mass Health.
writing about the other one.
Mass Health. There's a Mass Health training that she and I are looking into. We haven't, made a determination yet that it's going to be, the best use of her time. I would take the training because I want to know what she's going to be getting into. I will not be doing necessarily the servicing of that.
the initial one that you're talking about reminds me a little of the health fair that we used to have.
Yes.
Wondering if we do decide to go ahead with something like this, if we could broaden it out and have other medical and things like we used to have.
I wouldn't see why not. Especially if we're going to be,
Yeah, we did.
if
but
we're
was
gonna be-
pre-COVID.
Yeah, that was pre-COVID. If we're going to be using that space and say they're only going to have 3 stations, well, why not set up a couple more? It could be the Board of Health is there. Jean from the assessor's office, we just had a great response to her program. You know, so we could do other things, although those aren't fall risk assessment related, but
Also, what I'm thinking of though is there's always the privacy issue. In other words, if you're talking to a pharmacist about your medications, you know, you don't want people like in line behind you. I'm kind of nuts about privacy.
that's where our nice blue wall might come into play, and that might be the best place for it, you know. Although we have had pharmacists come before. We've had pharmacists come from CVS and from Walmart come and talk, but they've done it more of a general talk about
This would be
medication.
specific to your
Yeah.
fall assessment.
Right.
And also, the podiatrist that used to come, you had that kind of curtained off. I like your idea about a health fair. I mean, it's been a long time since we had one,
It has been.
but I'm just wondering if, especially if you have a lot of people who sign up for this, and they'll probably have to pay in advance, right? You'd have to probably,
For us, yeah, perhaps, yeah, but I'll find out. So our nurse comes every month, and I've got the name of the new Northborough director. So so I'll look into that. And I think I mentioned to you all last month that I am going to start advertising for the senior work program. It's been picking up. We've taken on some new workers. They've been working at the center training with us, but now they're branching out and they're in other departments. And we're going to need, you know, and I've heard that the library might be considering, you know, use of some people, seniors for that or veterans for that. And so we need more workers. At one point before the pandemic, we had 20, now we're down to 7. So actually we might be up to 9 actually. So I'm looking into that. I wanted to get your feeling on this. I had a visit from, a person that does, she's kind of health related. She does some work, she's a therapist of sorts, and she does something called, it's a sound bath. I know Donna happened to be there the day that this person came in, and I said,
sign me up.
yeah, I said, I've gotta, you know, bring it to your attention, because I don't want you to say, you know, that's not someplace that we should go, but this is, the sound is a vibration, and vibration is able to touch every part of our physical being. And if anybody's ever done Reiki, I don't know if you've done Reiki, I have, it's, I don't know how it works, but it works, you know, that's.
But their energy.
Their
seems to
energy.
Get into your body.
So this is a therapist. She's a massage therapist, an esthetician, energy and vibration practitioner, looking to, you know, come to our center. I would have to work something out with her because she has fees of, she's at different places. She's going to be in Oxford. She's going to be, I think, in Uxbridge, but her fees can be up to like $35, $45 a person. And I think personally think that's a lot. If we were going to just do an informational session, like we had a Reiki instructor come and do just a educational workshop explaining about Reiki, and we had a really good turnout, and it was a free session. And then based on that, you know, she was able to possibly get clients or whatnot. So
Well, I think I would start with that, and maybe we could offer her, we have a gift account. We could maybe offer her a small stipend for coming. In
Okay.
other words, you have to pay her for her time.
Gotta get clients to go to their home.
well,
They would take the bath at the Cedar.
I don't think
no,
it's
no,
a
no, no,
bath. I
no,
think-
it's called a sound bath. So
Be in water.
I think it is,
Lish
you know what?
Flash, I was taking a bath
to do.
down at the Mendon Senior Center.
It vibrated the water.
Oh, so she's got, you can look, I'll pass the picture around.
You have kidney stones.
Has anybody ever heard of this?
No, I have.
No.
A sound bath? She's got bowls all around her, and all I can think of it is the crystal cups where you know, make that sound, and that probably is. It's a sound is a vibration.
Yeah.
And it says that this is to help deal with feelings of anxiety, anger, restlessness, confusion, sluggishness, tension, and sadness. You know, so if she's actually doing an actual hands-on workshop, then yeah, there probably would be a fee. If she was just coming to talk about it, perhaps not, but and you can take a look at that. So nobody's opposed to me engaging
Wait a
in.
minute. We're having a person who represents the company come in and do advertising to get clients. I wonder about the ethical thing about that. I mean, she's an outside person
Mhm.
who's coming to talk to people to see if they want to sign up to go to another place. Sure.
Well, I don't know that that's exactly true, but like even Faith Kennedy, who teaches yoga and
Mhm.
chair classes, she has an office offsite. She can
In
have,
Uxbridge.
yeah, she's a, what's it called? Not an esthetician, but she's a
But that's
therapist.
Massage therapist.
senior center. This is
Mhm.
not someone who's gonna be doing this program. at
Yeah.
seniors. I
But-
don't know, just something I was.
Yeah, but if you read it, so you don't have to come to this. If you feel that you want to investigate this, the benefits of this exercise.
Say that she's trying to drum up business, because
Yep.
if you're interested in hosting a private event at your home or business, or coming to my practice for a personal experience, reach out for more information,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's her phone number and all that.
Yep.
But you said she's going to the Uxbridge Senior Center in
No, no,
Oxford?
it says Oxford. This is at Oxford at 20 Main Street. Yeah, she's good, but she does do home visits. This is, I think, book online. Yep. So it's a different, like I said, we offered the Reiki program before. It's something different for folks to consider.
But did we offer the Reiki program here?
Yep, at our
This
center.
is not being offered here. This is someone coming to tell us about a program that's offered off campus.
No, well, no, she would do both, Earl. I think she would do the program and she would offer it, tell people that they could make a private appointment with her. Yeah, we'll just send that around and
She can only do one client at a time.
I didn't get into. She does a lot of different things. I didn't find out about it. I've got a feeling it's gonna be a group thing.
I think we should invite her to maybe a council meeting first and talk
Okay.
to her. And we have a lot of questions and see what it's all about before we just have her come and have people.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see if she'd like
She
to
can
do
give us
that.
a demonstration and
Cause I was thinking when you were talking about bath, that there was gonna be something that she was gonna explain to me to go home and fill up my bathtub and do it in the bathtub. Yeah, that's-
So AAA will be coming to the senior center. We're trying to pin down a date. They're gonna be talking about the real ID. And honestly, Melissa and I were saying, well, really, the deadline isn't for another, until 2025. There are so many other components of the real ID and signing up for one. And I know some people have made the decision, I'm not gonna get one. I'm never gonna fly anywhere. I was on that phone with Linda from the Franklin office. There's a lot to it. So I'm really looking forward to having her and probably her supervisor come out in June to talk to.
Yeah, what's the date that
we-
AAA? I don't have that on my.
No, it doesn't exist yet. So
Okay.
I have to give her potential dates. She has to check with her supervisor. We just talked yesterday. So that was as a result of Beverly Fior, who's one of our trip people.
Right.
Talking to AAA and finding out that they offered this and making a connection for us. So that was nice of her to do that. And have you looked into?
Yeah, they were called the Elderly Brothers as a pun on the Everly Brothers. And yeah, I went on their site and things. I personally didn't think the guy was a great singer.
It's a little expensive too. It's $300 and things like this. I usually go to like the cultural council and I usually only ask for two things a year. So I don't have time to always check these things out. So I asked Peg to do so.
right. I have a question on this sound bath.
Yep.
She said, hi, I'm Wendy Borbridge of Wendy's Ways in Mendon. So she's a Mendon resident?
Mhm.
Oh, she is.
Or she's got a Mendon business here.
Businesses here.
Wendy's Ways. Does anybody know where it is?
No, I didn't put my phone with me.
Never mind.
I think that's
In Mendon.
what she's calling herself, to be
And I'm an
clever.
esthetician, massage therapist, energy and vibration practitioner. But
That's what Reiki is, the energy. And
right,
the vibrations must be the bowls.
right.
You know how they have those Tibetan singing bowls and
Yep.
things?
Like the Beach Boys could buy.
Yeah, Faith Kennedy in Uxbridge. They have some of these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I did. the
But
same
I was
thing.
just wondering, Wendy's.
Is it
Way-
WAYS or WAZE or how is it?
Wendy's Ways, WAYS
Ways.
in Mendon.
Okay.
That might be the name of her business.
Right, but they
Yeah,
were trying to look it up.
It's in Mendon.
Oh, so good.
I've never heard of it, but it's
can
supposed
pass
to
it
be
around.
in town.
We also have let's see, I don't know if this is Mass State,
Yeah.
that would like to come and educate us about poison control. This is Mass and Rhode Island Poison Center. And I'm thinking on it, but I'm also thinking it's really, in my mind, geared a lot towards children too, you know? So don't know how you'd feel about having the Mass and Rhode Island Poison Center coming to talk at the senior center.
You gotta get in the lotus position though.
Yeah.
That I want to see.
Fire budget coming.
Well, you know what, and I immediately, actually last week when I got this, I reached out to them and I haven't heard back from Lieutenant Nudd. I thought the same thing too. So sometimes it's nice to have our local people. Talking Book Library, just want to let you know, they've come out before. It's been a while. I'm going to have them come back. We have applications at the center. Janet helps people sign up for their program. So we're looking in June for them.
There's a lot going on.
All right, yes.
Yeah, and then
Catch up with you, Amy.
yeah.
I can't catch up. I'm
Just,
still
just,
writing.
how about just Amy talked about several different types of programs. So,
She's in the bathtub, splish splash.
and then this one I need your help with. Did anybody come to see the silent film that we did last year?
No, I didn't.
It was really good. It's a little bit pricey too. I can't remember if it's 250 or 300. But like today's program, he enlists the screen, he brings his own keyboard. It was a lot of fun. We did a program on Buster Keaton, but it was the history of silent film. So, you know, he approached me about coming out again, and it's a matter of, you only have so many funds to kind of maybe reach out to the friends. This is not something I could,
What's his charge?
I want to say it's 250 or 300. I have to, yeah.
It's only so many days in the week that
Well, we try to do, you know, one
One
thing a month.
One a
One a
month.
month.
is good.
One a month, you know, and sometimes that one a month there's no cost.
You know, that might be a good thing on a hot summer day.
Well, that's where we did it last summer.
Yeah.
And so maybe, yeah, but there was a fairly good turnout actually. So this year, I said, can you give me some of your different topics? He said, let's see, there's the freshman, let's see, Charlie, he mentions, Harold Lloyd's comedy romantic action films are real crowd pleasers. The Safety Laughs, where he climbs the side of an office building, or the freshman, Harold the Water Boy wins the big football game. Charlie Chaplin in the Circus is also terrific. And then Clara Bowen, It is cute. She's got It. So I just wanted to, again, before I,
Price.
what's that? Yeah,
Just
it's
check his price.
250 to 300. I'm sorry, last night I was like trying to do so many
You
things.
do too much. You do too much. You spend too many hours of your
Actually,
own
if it's gonna
time.
be in summer, we could combine it like with an ice cream social or something.
Well, we already, for the ice cream social, I have the entertainer that Betsy had thrown our way that you had seen over in Uxbridge. So they're,
And who was it? Oh, okay.
yeah, and that goes over.
Yeah.
That goes over nicely with the ice cream social. So I'll look up the price for that. Let's see, community services. Okay, just to let you know, Mass Bar, we have pinned down attorney Melissa Howard. She's from Franklin. She will be here on Wednesday, May 31st. She was here 4 years ago. Actually, she was here 2 years in a row. So we're going to have her back from Mass Bar. Compliments of them. And I think that's it.
I have also something, we got CPR coming up on May the 3rd. Is that for us?
Yeah, so I've already have a number of you down. I have Phil, Earl, Peg, myself, Melissa, Wayne, Janet. Staff is required to do this. Anybody else from Carol? Carol's done it most years.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, May
I got
3rd.
1 PM on my calendar.
May 30th at 1 PM.
Yep. No, May 3rd, May 3rd.
May 3rd at 1
Oh,
PM.
May
It
3rd.
would be CPR.
We are offering the one for, I don't know if it's gonna fly, the one that Sue Tatro is willing to do a free training for seniors, but it's not for certification. It's only for demonstration. And last week when seniors were asking about the AED, I don't know who of those of you that were there, I took it out with a loud alarm, and then we went over it, because people were saying, well, how do I even use it? And it walks you through it, but that's something that she would do in her training too. And that seniors would actually get to practice that. So we'll see if anybody signs up for the senior one class that's on the 15th. That's free. Ours is something we'll pay for out of our line item for training.
Is May 3rd at the fire station?
No, you know what?
She came to us last year.
Yeah.
We were upstairs in the
Yeah, I think we're gonna probably, I think we did use no, it was 2 years ago, you're right,
Years
2
ago.
years ago.
Mm.
I was told that we could possibly use the police station, however, if the senior center is available, I don't think there's any reason why we shouldn't, because, we have, Wednesday's the day when I try to do bigger functions there at the center. If it's available, I think we should just hold it there rather than come here. But this is available to us another time. I do have an email out to, Officer Nick to see if it's available, but I think the senior center would be our best bet. Just to have the building being used, because otherwise it's going to be vacant that day.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that up too.
Yep, that's okay.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay,
Lots happening.
I've already covered the yard sale, right? So we don't have to say any more to that. So now we're at open forum. If anybody has anything they would like to bring up.
I don't have anything.
Okay?
You, open forum, do you want
Oh,
to talk about the,
Oh, the volunteer
Oh,
appreciation?
I'm sorry. Why isn't it not on there? It should have been on there.
You want to talk about it or you want me to talk
well,
about it?
no, go ahead.
We met-
We're doing the invitations tomorrow.
Well, we were
Where did
supposed
it
to
go?
cut past around.
So did you see anything you wanted to, any changes you wanted to make? I just wanted to add the word the after the, Massachusetts, executive office.
We had talked about meeting at 10 o'clock on the 13th to do the envelopes. And I think you were going to ask Ann because she has beautiful penmanship. I mean, I write like a chicken. It's got to be somebody who has decent penmanship. I can fold, I can lick envelopes, I can put stamps on, but
We can
don't ask me to write my name.
And,
write them out. Sure.
so
That's
there's,
tomorrow, right?
Yeah, 10 o'clock if you're free.
so there's,
Want to do it tomorrow?
We said that. I had it written down.
there's gonna be about 50 or 40 to 50.
Yeah, it won't
Yeah.
take us that long.
No, tomorrow morning.
So
10
if some
o'clock.
people, she
She's saying
can't make
10
it, don't
o'clock.
worry about it. 10 o'clock, 10?
At the center.
Yeah, if you can
Okay.
do it.
Yep.
She has them printed by then.
Yeah, so
if they're-
when you say that's fine,
If they're printed, we can do
Just
that.
fold them and
Yeah.
put them in the envelopes.
And the invitations, you
Yep.
would put, I
oh,
don't have it in front of me,
and again-
denim or,
casual attire.
Casual attire.
And you know what, if you don't like that,
This is cute. Yeah. it's
they're
nice.
cute. Well, Laura and I got this, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
This was supposed to be for
Mm.
2020. And it really fits with the theme. So, I mean, denim welcome. I mean,
Everybody has jeans.
is that okay?
I think that's
think so.
fine.
It says, because then they're gonna come and they're gonna go, whoa, they're gonna get their bandanas and their hats and.
All right, what we're gonna do is that's the, thank you kindly, that's kind of our theme. And, we have round tables set up. And then we'll have a bandana open and then we're gonna have, like a mason jar of,
They've got those, yeah.
flowers. They were, rutabaga, they were black-eyed Susans. And we were gonna go with sunflowers, but Amy found,
But you know what? I think they are sunflowers.
are they? I
Yeah,
think
I-
they're black-eyed Susans.
No, because Black-eyed Susans have a smaller center, but so we've got the mason jars.
So wait, that's gonna be in the center. Everybody's gonna get their own cowboy hat and their own personal bandana to wear. So at least if you're sitting down, if you're not wearing jeans, who's gonna know? You're just gonna have the hat.
Yeah.
We picked out our menu from Oliva's. We pulled pork sliders,
Mac
Um,
and cheese,
coleslaw, didn't we? I don't
Mac
have
and
that.
cheese.
I didn't bring that.
mac and cheese.
I had it.
mac and cheese.
Mac and
No,
cheese.
sorry.
Yeah,
I think we might have made a change to it. Did we?
Oh.
We ruled out potato salad because we went with the
Yeah.
mac and cheese instead.
Right, and we're doing the coleslaw.
Yeah, and we got churros.
Yeah.
What dessert? They're like,
I saw the Big Y had those little
Did they have,
cornbreads too.
did they have them?
$3.99.
how many though?
6.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it
That's
was
a
two.
lot.
Because I saw them. I was like, oh, maybe I can find out if I can get them here, but I thought that was expensive.
So the ones that look like little loaves?
Yeah.
See, Market Basket has them, but they don't always have them when you want them or need them. Sometimes they have the,
Can you ask them or no?
You just said
Probably.
$4 for 6 of those little ones. So
that's a lot.
you know what? We've got to get over to that restaurant
Yep.
depot. Today
That's-
after.
That's why I didn't pick up the baskets and the paper.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had been over there and
We haven't.
Where's that located?
It's on the way towards Hopkinton, I think.
85.
It's on Route 85 and it's like after
Crescent.
the 495 exit. It's this new road that has gone in. And I called and they said, you don't need a membership, but you have to register when you get there. but everything is in bulk. And we were gonna look for the trail mix. We were gonna give out a little trail mix, thing as a favor.
That,
Captain brings in when you need them.
okay, yeah.
When you need them, yeah, I don't know, unless you.
Who's gonna print
Then
that
they
little
got
thing that we wanted to put on?
I did it last week with Warren and they worked.
To like
They
singing
worked
that little
okay.
song, Happy.
Mhm.
Christmas.
Trails to you until we begin. I'm showing my age.
No, but I think that if we could get,
Yep.
then we can make
Do
the
that
bags, we can
ourselves.
glue
I think
that,
that was
right? That's what I think.
Warren.
I think so.
I- Last week, he and I did them side by side and I
smart.
watched them.
Okay.
Yeah, they worked fine.
We try.
We try.
She's the creator.
I love
I'm just like,
That. I didn't.
Not of my own.
Warren, good now.
Kill me.
Yeah, it turns out they know one
Really,
another.
it's ready to kill
us
me now.
decorating the place. Did you sell the mother-in-law's house share with all the stuff?
Yeah, my brother-in-law bought it, but the stuff's still there. He keeps telling me, get it out of here, get it out of here.
All her party stuff.
Some of it, just Halloween and Christmas.
So no cowboy suits, huh?
No,
Okay,
I don't think so.
Okay. So 10 o'clock tomorrow, I will. be
10 o'clock
seeing-
tomorrow?
10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, it won't take us long. We'll just get through it.
Yep.
And we could talk a little bit more about stuff. And Amy,
Okay.
you and I'll flag down a date. Is that everybody? Thank you for bringing that up, though. Thank you.
I can't believe that wasn't on there. I'm sorry.
For bringing up this. You're a
So we'll
busy
get
lady.
those all put together. We'll get those in the mail.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's already.
We don't want sticky tabs. We want it, the name written out.
Mhm.
Cause
Yep.
it looks nicer.
It just, yeah, you won't have to
Won't
do
think
all
it's junk
50
mail.
and we'll get somebody else
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
do it.
And so two new volunteers, Debbie, Gill and, Julie King are going to help. So what I'd like to do for this event is to kind of indoctrinate the newest volunteers who haven't amassed enough hours necessarily to partake in this. So to have them help out. And then next year we'll have new volunteers help out with next year. I do want to suggest, next year that we move this from May to April, only because April
is the
is
month. I know, I
Volunteer
noticed that.
Appreciation Month.
I saw it on the Uxbridge Senior Center.
You
website.
know, I will tell you, May does give us breathing room because with all the budget stuff and everything going on, April's just like, in your face, but just a thought, we may want to do that. Especially if we have our entertainment picked out, if we have theme already set, just a thought.
Okay, anybody else have anything they want to add, say, or bring up?
I was gonna, I noticed you've got Chief Kersey coming in on May 10th.
Yes.
So is that, you and Elena met with?
Yes, so we had hoped to have him here today, but he had his chief's meeting took precedence over this, so he
Oh.
said next month. So he gave us a lot of information and we just felt that it would be better, and he offered better
Yeah.
coming from him,
Yeah, just the bottom line though, is it something that is possible?
It wasn't,
It's a long shot.
Didn't seem very possible, yeah, so with it, unfortunately, but he'll explain why.
Mhm.
But there-
Okay.
I think the concern is, the
Might
speed
be-
limit could actually go up if we, if we poke that hornet's nest, but we'll find out.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
can tell you better,
Right.
but it does sound like some communities have had it backfire on them
Oh.
because,
What, to put the signs up?
No.
To try to change the speed limit because there are restrictions on what towns can do. So towns can only have the lower speed limits for specific kinds of neighborhoods. So
Like very densely
settled
populated.
Where
Oh.
there are state guidelines about what that means.
How the
Yeah.
distance
So-
between each house and,
And where the senior center is, it's not either of those things.
Yeah.
So anyhow, he'll tell us more and then maybe there will be other solutions. Who knows? I mean, that there might be other possibilities for a crosswalk. And I mean, one thing is eventually we want to get a better parking lot, right? With
Yeah.
the expansion.
Yeah,
I
we
think
will.
the real, one of the main issues is crossing the street,
That's
but
That is
true.
true.
Well,
Yeah,
we
we
should be able to
have
get
bigger
rid of
parking
that.
lot. People won't have to be crossing that busy road.
Mhm.
Well, at least the signs we have now keep them hopefully down to 40, so they're not going
Mhm.
50. I
Mhm.
don't know how many are
Let's see.
obeying it.
A police cruiser that has pulled somebody over.
Oh, good.
good.
Yeah, the lights flashing, the whole bit. I said, yes, the sign worked. So,
Oh.
Keep track of it.
Okay, are we all set? Did we?
We want to adjourn?
Adjourn?
Yes.
Okay, so adjourning at 11 o'clock.
All right, wow.
We have a very good program this afternoon if you're free.
Things to do.
Yeah.
Miles to go.
Oh, so you're gonna go visit?
You know, Earl,
Well, we'll have her.
I,
and she
early,
was wonderful.
inherited that
First
when
time
my
we
dad
saw her.
passed away. That was one of his,
Just
Robert
for
Frost,
Ruth
correct?
Bader Ginsburg. and
So
she's
when my
gonna
dad
be Eleanor
passed away,
Roosevelt.
that's on my desk before I walk out the
The
door.
Aviatrix,
Um,
you know.
Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart, that's what I'd like to
I
see.
know, I'm like.
But, you know, my daughter works at the Milford Library and they had her there and she repeated the Ruth Bader Ginsburg one there. So if I see that it's gonna be there, I'll let you know.